The part,
travesty.
no, that's why it's so good. Have you?
I know.
Anyone that can drop kick a little girl in a film. I don't know what happened on set for that any of that to happen. Yeah, man, I don't want to drop kick this girl, man.
Vanny, bring me everyone. What do you mean everyone?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Let me explain something to you. I am not Mr. Lebowski. You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude.
No one is to stone anyone until I blow this whistle.
You can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Lord, you can imagine where it goes from here.
Hello and welcome back to the Zedos Again podcast. I am Joseph Buchanan. This is Sacha Allari, and today we'll be going straight into talk about what's his name? F. Gary Gray.
Yeah, F. Gary Gray.
Yes.
Yes.
And what is he doing?
Mask.
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 When was
directed Mask.
Do you think there should be a Mask film? In the sense that would they try to link that to Transformers in any way?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's my fear.
It's a Hasbro IP. I mean, like, here's the thing, okay? For those that don't know, okay, it's not the Mask like Jim Carrey's The Mask. There used to be like Kenner, which I guess is now Hasbro toys back in the 80s, and there was a TV show called Mask, and it was basically a secret organization where they had like masks that they wear, and the masks made them do like superpowers and stuff. Mainly kind of like, you know, someone would have a mask, the main guy.
It gave them abilities.
Yeah, it gave them abilities. So
superhuman abilities that more.
They're superhuman. I mean, like Matt Tracker, who's the leader, he had his mask had spectrum vision.
I don't have spectrum vision.
Well, they said it was spectrum vision, but he just was more or less Cyclops, by what I remember. Or maybe I'm remembering it wrong, I don't know. But there was all different stuff, like there was a truck called Rhino, there was Thunderhawk was Matt Tracker's car.
I'm not that familiar with Mask.
Oh, really? Okay.
I watched it, but I don't remember any of the names.
Okay, and then you had, Scott and T-Bot. So Matt Tracker had a son called Scott, who was like 14 or something.
Scott?
Yeah, Scott.
Original of the name.
Yeah, and then like T-Bot was like the R2-D2 rip-off. He was like an R2-D2 type robot.
Oh, right.
And then he transformed into a bike.
Nice.
A scooter for Scott to ride and do stuff.
That's all bikes do.
He was just annoying. And then like
that's its link to Transformers.
There we go.
It's a bike.
He's and then it just had it had like weird stuff, like it had like a like you at one point you had like there was a guy that drove a bike that would transform into a singular helicopter. Okay. But then the main bad guy, Miles Mayhem, he had a plane that transformed into a helicopter, which made no sense.
Miles Mayhem.
Yeah. And then I remember the later seasons, they kind of turned it from secret agent stuff to NASCAR shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like kind of like, we've got to win this race, otherwise Venom will win. Venom's the bad guy. Okay. The bad guys. And it was just fucking weird, man. Yeah, that's the intro, man. I used to have the bass as a child, Boulder Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all coming back to me. There we go.
Yeah, I don't remember any of this.
I had a cool theme song.
Yeah, I again...
Tracker's going to lead the mission, and Spectrum gives him supervision.
You're just saying words now.
No, that's the song. That's some of the song.
Oh, right, okay.
So, F. Gary Gray, he did the 8th Fast and Furious, he did Be Cool, he's done quite a lot of films. Some of his low budget stuff I really liked. And that guy's called Dusty. I don't know why I remember that, but anyway. Wow. That's giving me memories of like Saturday morning cartoons.
I remember...
I still think I got that purple car. Still. Somewhere. I remember seeing it a few years ago. Anyway, point being, they're making a film of that. More films being made out of toy lines like Transformers. We'll have to see. I mean, like, you know, it's obviously a studio film. let's hope it doesn't go. Who's it by? I wonder if it must be Paramount. So I hope they don't treat the IP like Transformers, and I hope there's a decent script so that they could make something kind of new out of this. But I'm not 100% interested. I guess what I want to know is F. Gary Gray? F. Gary Gray, is he working overtime? Is he fighting crime? So yeah.
Well, again, I didn't really have an affinity with the TV show, so I watched it here and there, but I didn't know the names. I don't know the intro. It was like a Centurion or.
Centurions. Power Extreme.
Yeah, I don't know any. I just remember the things that were just came onto them when they said something, and that was that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I just hope it. I mean, it probably won't go the same way Transformers went. Since they've got that guy, it's clearly going to go Fast and Furious. It's going to be about cars. Yeah. Essentially, but with protagonists driving the car. So, yeah, I mean, if it's good, why not? And the only way to realise that is if they've got a good premise to bring all this together. I guess you don't even really need a good premise anymore. It's just, hey man, it was a toy line. There's a premise pre-built into it, and then we're going to connect it with Transformers. So that's the way they go with it.
You know they probably will, and then
of course they will.
Just come in.
Yep.
It'll be like the Avengers, and then He-Man will just show up.
Wow, that's a stretch.
He-Man will he'll just come in his pants. They'll get Courtney Cox to play the song on the piano as a reference, and that's how He-Man.
Probably not, but
there we go. Yeah,
probably not.
We've just written their Avengers crossover right there.
Fair enough. Well, that's that. What was the other story you said? It was something about Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, so Steven Spielberg, DC, Warner Brothers have tapped him to produce and direct. The movie Black Hawk, which is a DC comic property. It's about World War II fighter pilots led by a character called Black Hawk, fighting the Nazis and stuff. Obviously set in World War II, and Steven Spielberg's attached to direct and to produce and direct. Mm-hmm. It's a potentially direct because that's not set in stone yet, but they obviously want him to direct. And he's agreed to produce it, so and it is one of the lesser known DC comics. It is a DC comic that's still going around and stuff, and obviously it's Spielberg. He has an affinity for World War II, so I guess that kind of piques my interest a little bit to see him go back to that era and do something new under the DC banner. And that's one thing. I don't see Warner Brothers questioning Steven Spielberg on a Steven Spielberg film if he was to direct it.
Would you?
No. So, which kind of gives me hope, because then you've got people like Zack Snyder who's been bullied into doing stuff by certain producers. I feel this is a fresh IP from DC's line that doesn't have to fall into that whole crossover shindig that they got. But at the same time, if they did cross over certain things, at least Steven Spielberg will bring some kind of,
gravitas, some kind of quality. He'll bring a quality marker to it. Yeah. And that'll be a stamp on, hey, this is where you go from now.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, you know what? I kind of wished he directed the first Captain America a little.
Yeah, I see why you'd say that.
Yeah, but I think Joe Johnson did a good job. Other people.
Joe Johnson's the middle guy.
Yeah.
If you just need something done, okay, Joe. Yeah. What's going on, man? We've got to do this.
Finish it.
Yeah, just finish it, please.
Just finish it. But I mean, it's not scheduled to be made till after West Side Story, though. If he wants to direct.
Yeah, he's going to do Indy 5 and then West Side Story.
They've got a long time to prep on the script, and David Cope is writing the script.
Of course, yeah.
If you don't know his work, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones.
And the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, and
that's the best one.
Well, that wasn't entirely his. That was a joint thing, and that had already been through 5 other writers before he came on board. So, Jeff Nathanson, who did the Rush Hour films and Money Talks, was the main guy that wrote Crystal Skull. So
Right.
But
Money Talks, damn, quality. Nice. Well, again, I don't know much about the character, so if Spielberg has reached out for it, then that means there's some credibility to it.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, anything that Spielberg looks at, so there's something interesting over there, is there? So yeah, that's.
If you heard that Spielberg was doing a Superman movie, would you be interested?
Of course.
Yeah.
Which leads me that can go straight into what the next story, which is Christopher McQuarrie. I just tripped over his name.
Yeah.
Christopher McQuarrie. So he wants to direct the next Man of Steel film, and as far as I'm concerned, I could do the next Man of Steel film. But yeah, if he's up to do it, and from what he said about Richard Donner's version and what's his name's version? I forgot the other guy's name. He directed it. Not Bryan Singer.
Oh.
The first Man of Steel film.
Sacha Allari.
Yeah. He would have taken elements from Zack Snyder's and made it as quality as the 1978 film,
Right.
Superman film. So that to me, that's a bell and whistle to that. Yep, he knows what he's talking about. I'll go his route in seeing something that's more fruitful and not trying to be a snuff tape to John Peters.
Yeah.
I'm sick of that guy. I'm just so sick of him.
Well, this is the thing. You say that. Look, Christopher McQuarrie is a fantastic director. I mean, he's got Mission Impossible coming out. He did the last Mission Impossible, the first Jack Reacher, and Way of the Gun. He's done some really good films. He hasn't done the shit one, and
he's done
as much as he interests me as a director for this project, John Peters owns the IP.
Sure, I don't think you can bully Christopher McQuarrie into doing anything.
Well, I think Christopher McQuarrie would just quit.
Yeah, and that would be the intrinsic problem with it's the bigger problem with Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers need to say, dude, you don't know what you're talking about.
But they can't.
I know they can't. And that's going to be a continuing problem with Man of Steel. That's why I've got no interest.
Saying that though, I mean, the first Man of Steel, I don't think was that bad. Considering all the crazy stuff that guy says, I think under the terms and conditions, not BVS.
I see what you're saying.
Not BVS, because that guy got his hooks in there eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think Man of Steel, the first one, I think Zack Snyder did a good job. I really did like his take on it. I just wished that he'd done Man of Steel 2 and continued that story rather than do BVS.
Yeah.
And Justice League, I think he should have just cemented his vision of Superman and then maybe move on to this other additional shit.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Because I just think with Man of Steel, he laid the good groundwork, and that left the door open for anything to happen.
Yeah.
And then we saw what happened with the other stuff, and it's like we're disinterested as an audience. It's like, oh, Superman, whatever. But at the same time, a change in director is probably what Superman needs right now. So, and
they need to kill off one producer at least.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that guy needs to go.
Yeah.
He needs to just get lost. Like I keep saying, if you haven't seen The Death of Superman, What Happened, go check that documentary out. You'll see what I'm on about.
Yeah.
That guy is a crazy guy.
Yeah, but again, would you be game for Christopher McQuarrie Man of Steel film?
I'd be game for anyone like this. Even Uber Boyle.
Whoa. I don't think you realise what you're saying here, but cool.
I think it'll be a very different movie, even if it's rubbish, we'll be talking about it for years.
I don't think this film could go through something like that. I don't think it would recover for at least a generation.
I think the franchise has survived worse.
No.
The quest for peace.
No. Even that has its pluses and minuses.
Oh,
but
I can't think of any pluses.
As long as Christopher Reeves was in, he did his best.
I'll give you the fact that Christopher Reeves is still Superman.
Yeah, he did his best.
Lex Luthor was still Lex Luthor.
No, Lex Luthor was more of a tycoon then. I mean, he was a tycoon in the first film, but he was.
I can't remember it that well. All I remember was that
he was more.
They had no budget.
He was literally a supervillain. He was literally. I'm going to get this and this. I'm going to create it from my hair, and he's going to be Superman strength with nuclear power. Yeah, that's He was. I don't even think he really wanted to do that. It was because Christopher Reeves was doing it, and I don't know the whole story behind that.
Directed it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they couldn't get any other director back to direct it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was it. Canon.
Canon film.
Yeah, they really cut corners on that, even using shots from older films.
Yeah.
But anyway, on to the next story. Okay, so the next story is Netflix. So, in a move which is kind of weird, Netflix wants to buy a whole string of theaters so they can show their films, so it can qualify for Oscar nominations or just qualify for the Oscars. So, do you think?
I think that's a genius move.
It is, but
I think that's a genius move on their behalf as a service.
Why don't they just release films in the cinema? I don't understand. It will cut a lot of corners from buying, but just, hey, we've made this film, we're going to release it here for 3 months.
I think they must be making a loss somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, last year they were $2 billion in debt.
Well, there you go. They buy a theatre chain. That's instant profit for them.
Not necessarily.
Well, it depends on the chain, and also it depends on the fucking popcorn sales. Okay. Forget the film aspect. Forget all of that. They're a business to make money.
Yeah.
The minute they buy a cinema chain, they're not in the film industry there with that avenue. They're in the food market.
Sure.
That's it. That, cinema is doing quite well, to be quite honest, on that market. Okay? Forget ticket prices and how much money cinemas make in terms of the ticket gross.
Right.
And the person that goes see the film. When it comes to food and stuff, there are two types of audiences. Those that do and those that don't.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It all comes down to that. And those that do buy a shitload of fucking food. And
right.
I can say that firsthand. Okay? I can say that firsthand. People can disagree with me or whatnot, but I've worked in cinema chains before. I've seen it. Alright? And they make a killing. Okay? They make a killing, literally. Currently, as it stands in the UK, there are certain branches where the food is more expensive than the damn ticket. Okay? That is outright crazy talk. You know what I mean? But then it's no different than you going to the fun fair or you going to the circus or that's expected. The food is supposed to be expensive because it's part of that experience.
In that sense, yeah, you're absolutely right. In that sense, they could corner the market because they can make all their food a lot cheaper than all the other cinema chains.
Well, they could.
Yeah, and that, because they make their back-end revenue on the film itself, because it will be on Netflix eventually.
Yeah.
And they could just they can slash the prices of food, and that will bring people into a Netflix theater.
Yeah.
And so
and then they've just rebranded the term of cinema.
Yeah.
Come to the Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we should work for them. But I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea for them. In fact, I personally think it's a genius move to rejuvenate cinema.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, if they can bring ticket prices down to what it was when I was going to the cinema, it was like £2-3.
Yeah.
When or dollars. I don't know how much that would be in dollars, but if they can do that, I'm game for it.
Yeah.
I'll be the first. Yep, you sold me. That's how Netflix can sell me. And so I'm down with that. Just from hearing what you were saying, that that's interesting idea actually.
Because look, you got to understand. They're not in it for cinema tickets. They're in it for food.
Yeah.
Okay, the cinema is a food industry. And a lot of people are disillusioned by what cinema is. But what they make their money on is not the tickets. They make some money off tickets. Like, they make, 3 to 5% on the cinema ticket. Okay? That's not a lot. The only time when they make, like, more money is if you upgrade to VIP. That £2 extra you get off VIP, they get that £2. You go free.
You're talking about specific cinema chains.
Well, that goes for other cinema chains that do that, because I know there are other cinema chains that have gold class seats and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? And I know that works for them as well. So, even 3D is an extra tax on the cinema ticket supplied by all cinema chains. You know what I mean? That 3D tax goes to the theatres, not James Cameron. James Cameron just made the movie in 3D. He ain't getting that 3D money. That 3D money is going to View, Odeon, AMC, Cineplex, whatever else other chains they got out there. That's who's getting that money. So, the cinema ticket ain't their bread and butter. Their bread and butter is the popcorn, the soda, the hot dogs. In America they do pizza, they do all kinds of stuff in the States, man. You know what I mean? Like, I went there, I easily spent like $20 on food, because I was like, damn, I could get like some mozzarella sticks and get a pizza slice, and I was fine, man. Chicken wings as well. They do chicken wings there. Do you know what I mean? In the UK, we don't really have all of that stuff. You know what I mean? We just have like standard popcorn but the food end of stuff is a big market. I remember, for example, at the cinema chain I worked, we sold hot dogs. Okay, for years we always did hot dogs, whatever, ketchup, mustard, hot dog, done. And we didn't really sell that much. You know what I mean? We'd sell like 1 or 2. So what happened was, a few years ago, like 4 years ago, we just got a different brand of hot dog, and with that brand of hot dog, they had different types of sauces. We do loads of different types. We do chili, we do barbecue, we do garlic, we do, I know I'm talking about food here, but then...
That seems to be all you've talked about for a while.
I know. But you show that to a customer, if a customer sees that, oh shit, we got all these sauces and stuff. Oh, and you do onion,
I get that side of it, but I think you need to sell someone on the seat that you're getting.
But I'm telling you though, like, when it comes to that, people buy fucking hot dogs.
I get it. I get it.
But
I get it, dude. But it's this get people. For me, to the main driver. Okay, how much is the ticket? Okay, then everything else comes after that.
But I'm not talking about that specific thing with people coming in. I'm just talking the revenue of what they make money on.
All they want is Oscar nominations.
Yeah.
So that's.
But hey, if they want to cover their debt, that's a way.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't doubt that at all. And if their ticket prices are lower than other cinema chains, I'm up for it. I'm definitely down for that, and that will change my mind on this whole thing completely. But okay, so what do we do? So remember that Doom movie that The Rock was in?
Oh yeah.
I'm
not supposed to die.
Is that what he says?
Because he dies, isn't it? And then, spoilers.
Right, yeah, I remember now.
And then you think he's the lead of the movie at some point, and then he just dies, and he's like, I'm not supposed to die.
Anyway, they're redoing the Doom. There's going to be a new Doom film.
Good for them.
Good idea, bad idea. Universal needs franchises.
Universal needs franchises. Just get a good writer. Someone will write a good Doom movie.
Well, I mean,
it's the standard thing, you know. Who's directing it? Who's writing it? Do we have
sure.
on that? We don't. That's great. Universal, just put one out. If we like it, we'll like it.
The video game got rebooted a couple of years ago, and it's more of a. It's not the same. Well, there was no real story with Doom anyway, but it's. I don't know the full story, but it's a crazy storyline. I guess if they like the Tomb Raider, I don't know how well this last Tomb Raider did, but the reboot made more sense as to who Lara Croft was, and this reboot of the video game makes more sense as to what the hell's going on Mars in this. So. If I guess if they go that route with it, it will make more. I don't know, because it's off the wall crazy a video game. So if they go that way with it, it could work. It could work this time around because it's more. It lends more to okay, we can kind of write off the chain as opposed to be a sci-fi. On Mars, so they can kind of go off the balls with it. So it could work. I mean, there's no. It's again, Universal needs. We need hits. we need franchises. Just kind of what Sony's doing right now. They're just after IPs. What? You got an IP? You got an IP? But we can make 15 of them. Yes, let's do it. 15 of them. So how much it will cost? $7 grand. Oh, yeah, let's do it. They're just hungry. Yeah, IP. So yeah, they mentioned Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and that, but I don't know. I've got no real feeling on this. I just thought it was like, dude, really, you're gonna pull out that thread again? Cool. Let's see how it goes. Do you think they'll get The Rock back for it?
No, it's a reboot.
Yeah, I know. Just that would be so meta.
At this point, they'll probably get John Cena.
Nah. Ooh, that'd be so meta. Even still, yeah, that'd be interesting actually. It'll be John Cena versus The Rock all over again. Which version of the franchise will make the most money? Boom.
Could you imagine if Cena got it and it was successful? Could you imagine the debates online between Rock versus Cena?
Yeah, there'll be another Rock versus Cena WWE. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Yeah, but well, that's Doom anyway. Yeah. Good luck to it.
Let's just hope it's not doomed.
Ooh, good. Nearly as good as Diddy's, but cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So this guy is interesting. Nicolas Cage is he's a cool guy. I like Nicolas Cage.
He's the most interesting dude ever on the planet, man.
Not
He's
ever.
So funny, man.
Not ever.
He owns a castle.
So?
He owns a castle.
Why not?
He owns a castle in Bath.
If you got the money to flaunt it, do it, man.
Dude, he's wow. I was reading an article. He's worth 25 million now. He was worth like over 100 million, but he did stuff like buy castles and samurai swords that were owned by 18th century kind of people and Arthurian shit. Like, he's nuts, man. He's great. He's so funny, man.
Yeah, I mean, ever since when he won his Oscar, he slightly went off skew because he did an action film. And it's like, whoa.
Bloody good action film.
Yeah.
One of the best action films made in my book.
What was it called again? Con Air was first.
No, it was The Rock first.
Yeah, The Rock, then it was Con Air.
Yeah. And that's a good double bill because Con Air's a fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that's Stephen Sommers, right?
No, that's Simon West.
Yeah. But he's going to give up acting and concentrate on directing. I think that's...
the blood.
I think that's a...
It's in the blood.
Yeah, I heard what you said, but I think it's a waste.
Really?
He needs to be on screen. That film that you sent me about him looking for Jesus, Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
You know what? I had a discussion with someone with a friend of mine, and my friend doesn't like him, doesn't like his movies.
Sure.
And stuff, and actually went so far to say he wasn't that great an actor. And I was like, are you freaking nuts? And he didn't like the Osama bin Laden movie. He was like...
How old is this person?
He's about our age. He didn't dig it. And
He's a douchebag then.
And I was just like, oh my God.
How can you? Has he seen one of the most? This is nearly as good as The Room. This film, and it's a remake. The Wicker Man. That film is gold.
No, but it's not, man.
The part
it's a travesty.
No, that's why it's so good. Have you?
Yeah, I know.
Anyone that can drop kick a little girl in a film. I don't know what happened on set for that any of that to happen. Yeah, man, I don't want to drop kick this girl, man. I have no how. Anyway,
no, but no, I see what you're on about. But
that's gold.
It's unintentional.
It's gold.
My problem with the Wicker Man is that it's the fucking Wicker Man.
Yeah, I know. But
I will.
It's the Wicker Man with added Nicolas Cage.
But no, if I had to whip out like my favourite Nicolas Cage films, Raising Arizona.
Yeah, those are genuinely good films.
Yeah, they are genuinely good films. You know what?
Snake Eyes is pretty good as well.
Snake Eyes is pretty good as well. You know what? He needs to do a Quentin Tarantino movie. He's one of the actors that are out there that I want to see do a Tarantino.
Well, Tarantino's got one left in him.
Maybe it's going to have Raging Cage and Cage.
Raging Cage. That's a good name for a film. Raging Cage and Cage.
Raging Cage and Cage. Starring Nicolas Cage.
That's amazing. I'd love to see a film like that. Well, anyway, he's going to be. It's a shame, but he's going to be focusing on acting, and that's a damn shame.
You mean directing?
Yeah. Okay, so you saw the last Triple X film, right?
Yes. So shit, it was awesome.
Sure,
I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was entertaining.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't matter if you enjoyed it or not. It's happening whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Triple X was happening whether you like it or not. So, boom, it's going to be slapped right in front of your face, and as soon as you open your eyes, it's going to be there. Boom.
Do you see why? Or never quit on X.
Is that what he says in the film?
I think it's something like that.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers.
That's not a spoiler.
Oh, God.
That's not a spoiler.
I'll talk off screen with that. But no.
I saw the first Triple X film, and it
wasn't too bad for a James Bond rip.
It
was trying to be James Bond. It was like because you had a Q character. Instead of a suave guy, it was like it was like extreme sports kind of guy. You had an M in Samuel Jackson. It was it was supposed to be like the 2000s James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole concept of it.
Yeah.
I love the interview in the first one when he goes, "I hope this franchise lasts longer than Bond." And then he didn't show up for the second one.
That's classic. Classic Vin Diesel.
Oh my God. And like the third one's great because they actually bring him back and they make it plausible.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you saw him die in the first place.
Yeah.
But it genuinely was funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was just cheese. It was just old school.
I'll bet my money on it that it wasn't.
What?
I've not seen it.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was jokes. Had Donnie Yen in it, doing what Donnie Yen does best. And I enjoyed it, man. A guilty pleasure. It was a guilty pleasure movie. It was, it was never going to win Oscars. It was never going to be like whatever. And it knew it. It knew what it was, and that's what I liked about it. Had some interesting cameos in there. And they're doing a fourth one. I'm game. Just so long as Samuel comes back.
I'm sure he will. If the paycheck is right, I'm sure he'll do it.
Yeah.
He's a working actor, so
yeah.
If the paycheck's right for any actor, I'm sure they'll do it. You shouldn't really take yourself too seriously. But yeah, I can't say I was looking forward to it, but I love the tagline. You'll get whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
So I'm actually more interested in Riddick. I would have liked to have seen that continue to a degree.
Oh,
but,
that's probably going to continue.
Yeah, but he needs to hurry up with this stuff, man. It's not like it's renowned.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'll leave it at that. Well, that's it really. One passing thing is that the actor that played Mini-Me, he died either yesterday or today. Troy, yeah. So yeah, he was clearly a lot more beloved than I thought he was, because it was all over the news and everything. So, whoa, okay, he was clearly beloved. I knew who he was, but I didn't know so many. No one ever talked about him, so I just didn't think.
He was just in a lot of stuff. I mean, like Terry Gilliam, he was in quite a few of his films, and Terry Gilliam loved that guy, man. So, you know, Mike Myers put a tribute for him, and yeah, it's a shame. Because, like, I would have loved to have seen another Austin Powers with him in there, but, yeah.
Okay, well, hearts go out to Mini-Me.
Yeah.
Okay, so just breaking news before we go. It seems like Spider-Man Homecoming 2 will take place around the globe. And, yeah, that's a first.
Yeah.
For the film, anyway.
Yeah.
For the films.
For the Spider-Man films, yeah. I mean, like, you know what? It's not. To be honest, in the comics, he'd been to other countries and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's happened. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Even in the MCU, went to Germany in the airport scene.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it's already happened.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I like that because they're keeping him still grounded, making it different from the other ones. Mm-hmm. That have ever come before. Yeah. And at the same time, because he could just be on a school trip. Yeah. You know what I mean? Peter Parker's on a school trip. That'll be interesting to see who they bring as the villain, though. Mm-hmm. I don't know who they're going to bring, but that could be debated. Yeah. Quite a lot. That leaves a lot. You know, a lot. Where are they going? Who they could adapt? Yeah. Etc. And second of all, and lastly, when we do go back to New York, that's going to be so refreshing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, well, it's going to be very different, and we may have some added Venom. Yeah, definitely. So. Yeah, well, I guess more news on that as it comes, really. Yeah. But that was a surprise to hear. Yeah. Kevin Feige still seems to be very intrinsic in this whole universe. He's not going to quit anytime soon, so yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. So yeah, and that's it, folks. Satch, where can we find you? You can find me. You can find me on Twitter, Sashman3 on Twitter. You can check out my YouTube on Sacha Allari. Yeah. That's it. Okay. And you can find this podcast on Twitter, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio. YouTube, again soon DTube. I'm still trying to work that out. And anywhere else you can stream podcasts, I guess. But yeah, just put in Zedos Gang into the search bar and you should find it. And yeah, please like and subscribe. That would be great. That would do us a hell of a job. And yeah, I guess we'll see you next time, folks. Take it easy. Have a good one.